But we should be willing to, you see, in this world, it's not that spiritual people suffer and materialistic people don't. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is very honest about what's going on here. He says, Dukkhalayam ashashvatam, which means this material world, because everything's temporary, to the degree anyone's attached to the temporary, they're going to have to suffer. Because we become attached, and then either the experience it gives us not satisfy us, or it's taken away, inevitably. So we find in the lives of so many saints throughout history, in every religious tradition, that they go through many trials and difficulties. The difference between a materialist and a spiritualist is not that there's no suffering. It's that the materialist turns toward material solutions and only perpetuates the suffering. There's no end. A spiritualist turns toward that divine grace. Turn toward their spiritual practice, turn toward God. And in doing so, goes deeper into the river of life and actually finds that place where we are beyond the suffering. It doesn't mean the circumstances change. Saintly people get old. Saintly people get diseased. But their consciousness in a deeper place. They're tasting God's love in that situation. Whereas other people, they're just going through whatever the body goes through and the mind goes through. So suffering is doorway to liberation if we just turn to God. And happiness and pleasure is also the doorway to liberation if we just turn to God. But us, we turn more seriously when they're suffering. It doesn't have to be that way, but it usually is.